Did you know that rubies are legendary and so they're super rare, but they're also worth a ton of money? So how do you get a lot of them? Endless amounts, really, and make a ton of money. There is an exploit going on right now, so if you're a dev, you heard none of this. Hey everyone and welcome. I am Sailor Drew. Let's hang out and play some Palia and make some sweet, sweet dough just in time for all of the alchemy cottages and the spooky stores. So there's an exploit going on right now in Bahari Bay. You're going to head to the flooded fortress and to the far corner here is the fire temple. So a lot of us did the fire temple forever ago, so we don't really remember where it's at. There it is. Another indicator is that there's going to be an entire crowd standing outside because everyone's trying to take advantage before the devs patch this out. Now, there's a few myths going on about this flame and a few other things that I'm going to go ahead and debunk so that way I can give you as much information so you can grind this as fast as possible. So first up, there is a wagon wheel. So that's good to grab a few of those for some future quests. Now next, everybody kind of skips this, but there's a dark patch here right past the tiles, and to the left of that there is a abandoned moon main. I have no idea how to say that, I apologize. But the star of the show here is this star ruby. So you're going to come to the middle here and look for these two dimples that make like a line and this dark patch next to the dimple at the bottom. You're going to dig that part up and that's where you get the star ruby. So to grind this to get out as fast as you can, if you're on PC, go ahead and hit unstuck. If you're on console, go ahead and fall into the lava. It's a lot easier to fall into the lava for those of you on console, but you will need to do the unstuck a little bit later on. So here is where some of the lies come in. Notice how I went in immediately after I left. People are saying that if the flame is off, that none of the items will be there. That's actually not true. As you can see here, I am immediately getting all of the items again. And honestly, I also suggest, just, don't believe everything that you hear. Also, don't skip those mains because they do give you a lot of money as well. A lot of people are saying you have to wait 10 or 20 seconds before you go back in for everything to respawn, which we just saw is not true. However, I do notice a little bit of a more higher success rate with respawns. If I take like a little 8-second reset time, I can't stand there and count. I don't have the attention span, so I will sit there and take a little meandering walk so that way I know I have waited that amount of time. And here is another myth that we're gonna go ahead and bust. The meandering walk doesn't work every single time. And the flame being on does not denote that the spawns worked. I sat there and did my walk, and I sat here and went back in, nothing. So it's all luck of the draw. As for the rest of the exploit, let's go ahead and grind for some whitestone, which is a pain to get in Elderwood. You're gonna head to the water temple in Kilima outside of the Mirror Fields. Dig that up for some flowwood, a boot, and whitestone. Make yourself diagonal to this stone, look for these pebbles, and in between here where this divot is at, you're gonna get a mystery fish bag. So I won't be grinding this one as much as the starstone. You also can't exit on console like you can do the fire by going into lava, in this case the water. You have to do the unstuck, but this is going to be an amazing opportunity to grind for some money, especially with all of the alchemist cottages and all of the pieces individually being able to be bought now, as well as the spooky store. So make sure to finish your billboard in the center of Kilima because this is the only way you can get the spooky spectral blossoms. They do not produce seeds, so again, money, money, money. Really quick though, I do want to shout out that I do have a community and I do have my Discord still. I know it's been a while since I've been on YouTube. Hopefully with Palia and some other things that I'm doing, I'll pop in occasionally and show you some builds, but we do Palia Tuesdays where we play every Tuesday. We do Jackbox, D&D, a whole myriad of other things like watch parties, but I hope this was helpful. Please Comment down below if you know of any other amazing money-making tips or things you'd like me to cover. I plan on doing some plot tours and other things like that, but until next time, take care, y'all, and I mean, really, take advantage of this while it lasts, because it's not gonna last long before it's patched out. Later, y'all.